As we've seen, the public anger over MPs' expenses increases by the day. Some people are calling for an investigation to see whether there is a legal case to answer. This morning, the campaign group, the Taxpayers Alliance, said it wanted a police investigation. Well, I'm joined now by John Cooper, who's a leading criminal barrister. John Cooper, thanks very much for joining us. The Taxpayers Alliance thinks it does have a legal case. Does it?
It may have. I can't comment on any individual cases, obviously, but the general principle of what we've been hearing here is that there may well be, particularly under the Fraud Act 2006, which seems to bite on much of the information we've been hearing over the past few days.
I mean, the MPs have repeatedly said that they were following a rule book. Does a rule book constitute a law?
A rule book isn't a panacea against prosecution. It's important to say a rule book may well have relevance for internal disciplinary matters, but we're hearing time and time again at the moment that it's being used as a blanket defence. It is not a blanket defence. It might well be used by anyone potentially charged as reasons to indicate they're acting innocently, but it does not mean that it's a blanket defence to any charge.
And yet the wider atmosphere, I guess, police, one imagines, are naturally wary of investigating MPs given what we've seen pass over the Damien Green affair, over the Cash for Honours affair. Do you think that will play a part?
Well, who knows? Obviously, the police have perhaps had a bit of a bloody nose over the affairs of the last few months, but that shouldn't play a part into any proper investigation as to what's happening. Emphasise that investigation may prove that people are entirely innocent, but there's certainly a prima facie case here, in my view, for the police to take an interest.
John Cooper, thanks very much indeed. Thank you. Well, our political correspondent Joe Coburn is in Downing Street. Joe, the government really lost its First Minister today. Is it likely there could be others?
Well, we'll have to wait and see, and there certainly are predictions of more revelations over the weekend that could damage the reputation of individual MPs and Parliament further. And it is damaging and it is embarrassing.